What would happen if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning? Not forever. Just 5 seconds. It sounds harmless, right? 5 seconds is barely enough time to blink. But in those 5 seconds, cities could be destroyed, oceans could move like giant walls, and billions of people might be thrown across the planet. So the real question is, could just 5 seconds of stillness change life on Earth forever? Let's find out. Every second of every day, the Earth is spinning beneath your feet. You don't feel it. You don't see it. But our planet is actually rotating at about 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. That spin controls our days, our weather, our oceans, almost everything about life on Earth. But what if that spin suddenly stopped just for 5 seconds? In today's video, we're diving into one of the most terrifying what-if scenarios in science. And if you enjoy exploring mysteries like this, make sure you subscribe to Science Decoded, where we break down the most fascinating questions about our universe. Now let's imagine something impossible. The moment Earth suddenly stops spinning. Right now, as you sit or stand, you are moving through space at incredible speed. Even though you feel still, the Earth's rotation is carrying you eastward at hundreds or even thousands of miles per hour. Everything around you is moving too. Cars, buildings, airplanes, the atmosphere, even the oceans. But suddenly, the Earth stops, not slows down, not gradually, just instant stop. Here's the problem. You don't stop with it. According to the laws of motion discovered by Isaac Newton, objects in motion stay in motion unless something stops them. So when Earth stops spinning, everything on its surface keeps moving. At the equator, that speed is about 1,000 miles per hour. That's faster than a commercial airplane. Which means people, cars, trees, and buildings would suddenly be thrown eastward at extreme speed. Imagine standing in a city when this happens. In a single moment, the ground stops beneath you, but your body keeps moving. You would be launched forward violently, like being thrown from a speeding jet. Almost everything not firmly attached to the ground would be ripped away. Glass shatters, cars slide, buildings collapse. And that's just the beginning. The atmosphere problem. The air around us is also spinning with the Earth. When the planet suddenly stops, the atmosphere keeps moving at around 1,000 miles per hour. This would create winds stronger than any hurricane ever recorded. For comparison, the strongest hurricanes on Earth reach about 180 miles per hour. But this would be 5 times stronger. Imagine winds powerful enough to rip skyscrapers apart. Forests would flatten. Cities could be wiped clean in seconds. The air itself would become a violent storm racing across the planet. And this chaos would happen everywhere at once. The ocean disaster. But the most terrifying effect might come from the oceans. Earth's oceans are also moving with the planet's rotation. When the ground stops, the water does not. That means trillions of tons of ocean water would continue rushing eastward. Massive waves would form. Not normal waves. We're talking about planet-wide mega tsunamis. These waves could be miles wide and hundreds of feet tall. They would slam into coastlines around the world. Entire coastal cities could disappear beneath walls of water. Places like New York, Los Angeles, Tokyo, and Sydney could be flooded within minutes. And because oceans cover 71% of Earth's surface, the destruction would be global. What happens underground? You might think being underground would be safer. But the sudden stop would also affect the Earth's crust. The planet's rotation creates forces inside the Earth, stopping, That motion instantly would release enormous stress across tectonic plates. This could trigger massive earthquakes around the world. Fault lines might rupture simultaneously. Volcanoes could erupt. The ground itself might shake violently for hours, all because of just 5 seconds. Mind-blowing facts. Here's something surprising. Earth's spin does more than create day and night. It also shapes our planet. Because of rotation, Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It's slightly wider at the equator. If Earth suddenly stopped spinning, gravity would slowly pull that bulge back toward the poles. Over time, oceans would begin moving toward the polar regions. The equator could eventually become much drier. Meanwhile, massive oceans might form closer to the poles. The geography of Earth would slowly change. Entire continents could see new climates, and coastlines would shift dramatically. A mere 5 seconds of stillness would change our world forever. Thank you for watching this disaster scenario. Another strange effect. Earth's rotation also helps control our weather. The spin creates something called the Coriolis effect. This effect is why hurricanes spin and why global wind patterns exist. Without Earth's rotation, weather systems would behave completely differently. Storms might travel in straight lines across continents. Jet streams could disappear. Climate patterns we rely on today might collapse. Even agriculture around the world could be affected, all because the planet stopped spinning, even briefly. Now imagine this moment happening in real life. You're sitting at home. Everything seems normal. Then suddenly, the ground jerks. Cars slide across the road. A violent wind begins roaring outside. Objects fly through the air. Within seconds, the sky fills with dust and debris. The oceans begin rushing toward land. And around the world, billions of people realize something impossible has just happened. The Earth has stopped. 5 seconds later, the planet begins spinning again. But by then, the damage is already done. But here's the most shocking fact of all. Even 5 seconds might be enough to cause massive destruction. Because the danger isn't just the stop. It's the sudden change in motion. Earth has enormous momentum. Stopping a planet weighing 6 sextillion tons would require unimaginable energy. In reality, if something powerful enough stopped Earth's rotation instantly, the damage would likely be even worse than what we described. Some scientists say the surface could experience catastrophic forces far beyond any natural disaster in human history. Thankfully, there is no known force in the universe capable of suddenly stopping Earth like this. At least, not one we've ever observed. Which means our spinning planet is probably safe. For now. So the next time you watch a sunrise or sunset, remember something incredible. You're not watching the sun move across the sky. You're watching the Earth spin beneath you at nearly 1,000 miles per hour. And that silent motion is one of the most important forces keeping life stable. But it also raises an amazing question. If 5 seconds of stillness could cause chaos, what other hidden forces are shaping the world? If you enjoyed exploring this mystery, make sure to like and subscribe to Science Decoded for more mind-bending questions. Until next time, keep wondering.